start the machine, you have to go to the main power switch. Flip it down to on. Then after that, come over to the punch side. If you want to start that, you press the green button to go. If for some reason it does not go, you have to check and make sure that the emergency stop button is pulled out. And if it still will not work, there's an emergency stop button on the other side that will show you. You have to make sure that is pulled out also. This is the punch part of the machine. We use this to punch holes in plates for whatever reason it may be. There are different things that you need to know about this particular part. There are safety guards here. There's one in the front, there's one in the back. To change the die, you have to open everything up. You have to take the punch out first using this wonderful wrench. Okay? We'll show you this when you actually get to it, but you end up turning it, it pops out, you take that, set it aside, then you loosen the screw to pop out the die itself. The punches and dies are paired together. Do not interchange them with something else. If you get the wrong punch with the wrong die, you will mess it up. These are the miscellaneous dies that we have, all different sizes, all different shapes. They are paired off in here. When you get one out, put it back in the same slot when you're finished with it. Okay, this part of the machine is the notcher. It's for notching little corners off of a piece of plate, whatever you may need. The most important thing you can remember about this is the safety cover guard here. Okay? It covers the notching piece of equipment. The reason it's so important is when you're running something else, this also goes up and down. So you want to make sure that this guard is down when you're not using it. When you are using it, it latches up in place. You can put your material in, line it up to wherever you need to go, clamp it down. If you don't, when it starts to notch, it will kick up and has potential to hit you or fly off and hit somebody else. As with everything else, there's a foot pedal involved. You use that. Once you start that, keep your fingers back out of the way. In addition to having the angle shear here, we also have the plate shear. You can put various sizes in here, but there are limits to what you can put in there. All that is listed here on the side. If you're not sure, please refer to this panel. When putting things in, just feed them along the stop, clamp that down again so it doesn't kick up and hit you, and you have to make sure that nothing else is in there at the same time. If you have a piece of angle or tubing or whatever that you're shearing off, one mechanism chops everything from top to bottom, so you will cut multiple things. And as always, please make sure to keep your fingers out of the machinery when starting it. This part of the machine here is the angle shear. You take your piece of angle, you feed it into the machine, you feed the stop down so it doesn't kick up, and you feed it through until you come over to the other side, and you can have your stops set according to whatever size you want and chop off multiple pieces of angle really quickly. You really have to be careful though to make sure that nobody's standing on the outside and that you smack them with the piece of angle, because you can really do some serious damage. We're going to take you through a little example to show you how this works. Please pay attention and watch your fingers. Take your piece in there. You would already have this pre-marked as to where your hole is. The switch has to be turned over to this one. That little insignia means foot pedal. That's down here. Okay? Back up. Do not get your fingers anywhere under here when you have the pedal depressed.